So the NBA offseason is officially upon us, and as always, every single offseason, the rumors start floating around. Today, the Russell Westbrook Los Angeles Lakers rebuild. This rumor came out a few days ago that LeBron would like to have Russ playing next to him and Anthony Davis, and in my opinion, this is a bad fit, but hey, it's LeBron. He kind of gets what he wants. So the rumored trade is going to look something like this. Dennis Schroeder, who turned down $80 million. Talen Horton-Tucker, who they seemingly wouldn't trade for anybody on the planet. Now that they realize his actual value, they're going to possibly include him in a trade. And the man, the myth, the legend, Kyle Kuzma, who officially released a statement the other day thinking that he was on the same level of Jason Tatum. And I believe he now has to be tested for mental illness. So that's what the trade's going to look like. I'm going to throw in a first-round pick as well. We obviously do have to go ahead and re-sign Dennis Schroeder as he is a free agent. We have a qualifying offer out there for Talen Horton-Tucker, and Kyle Kuzma is under contract. As I mentioned, we're going to be throwing in a first-round pick as well, 2025, whatever first-round picks they have left from the rest of the future that they basically do not have anymore because they traded it all away for Anthony Davis. But obviously it turned out to a championship, so no matter what the outcome of that is, they still won that deal. So a few more thoughts about this trade, in my opinion anyways. I do not understand it from the Washington Wizards perspective. You can definitely get some better value than the old reliable that the Lakers seem to offer for every single time a star becomes available. But yeah, I think if ultimately LeBron wants him, then the Los Angeles Lakers are going to do whatever the hell it takes to go out and get him. I believe probably the only two untouchables would be LeBron and Anthony Davis for Russell Westbrook. Lakers side of this, I just do not like the spacing whatsoever that is created here. I would much prefer them to have a Chris Paul on their team, a Mike Conley on their team. I mean, obviously, Russell Westbrook is better than Conley. You can sit here all day and debate CP3 is better than Russell Westbrook or vice versa, whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm not getting into that right now. Age-wise, I'm definitely taking Russ. Contract-wise, it's interesting, that's for sure. And I'm guessing the reason the Lakers do want to do this is because they do not think their current core is actually good enough to win a title again. I don't know if they would have won a title if there wasn't a bubble back in 2020. You can feel free to give me your thoughts on that down below. Again, they very well still could have. I'm not giving you an opinion either way. But I think the biggest W out there in this trade is the fact that they're getting rid of Kyle Kuzma, whose nickname I have deemed I can no longer say because this is now a PG channel because YouTube hates me. So we're going to be getting into this one in just a second. That was a long intro. I do apologize about that. Before we get into it, if you guys are new around here and want to subscribe to this channel, man, I would definitely appreciate it. If you guys want to see the other side of this one, maybe with the Wizards, I would be happy to do it. Just let me know down below in the comments section. So, that being said, we are getting rid of the Lakers' all reliable, and we are getting Russell Westbrook, and I will see you guys in the video. Okay, so before we do get into the trade, we obviously have to go through staff signing everything. We are going to have to re-sign Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder is also going to have to agree to be traded to the Washington Wizards, which, I mean, I guess if he gets paid, why the hell not at this point? But I don't know why he would want to do that. But Frank Vogel's not going anywhere. Kid's not going anywhere. Lionel Hollins not going anywhere. They all have good enough ratings. I mean, the rest of the staff is just honestly very, very good. I actually don't know, like, if Frank Vogel should have these ratings. I mean, yes, I know he's technically an NBA champion head coach, but at the end of the day, he's really not the head coach, just LeBron. I'm sure I got Lakers fans in my comment sections that are just getting pissed off right now, so I will quit while I'm below. Okay, 22nd overall pick in this year's upcoming draft. I will be drafting somebody. I'm going to be giving them a future first-round pick in 2025, along with the second-round pick in 2024 in that deal. So we will be drafting somebody at number 22 right now. Finally, maybe get a little bit of youth on this team. Youth that I can maybe kind of rely on besides Talen Horton-Tucker, if we're being honest here. So Kai Jones is available on the board here for me at number, 22. He's the 14th overall prospect. Honestly, I don't think I've ever drafted him. From Texas, 20 years old, highest prospect on the board. We could use a backup power forward. Welcome to the team. He's going to be a 74 overall for us. Honestly, could get minutes here in the first season. Team player options, Harold obviously declines that. Alfonso McKinney can hopefully get me a first-round pick because ultimately we really don't have that bright of a future. So yesterday in real life, they also gave that qualifying offer to Talen Horton-Tucker. I'm assuming they're probably going to come to terms with a longer-term contract, whether it be in a sign-and-trade fashion. They want to keep him on the roster because they think he's the next coming of Kawhi Leonard or whatever the situation may be. But we are now going to go ahead and make that trade after I do go ahead and re-sign Dennis Schroeder, who's probably going to ask for, around $13 million. But honestly, let me figure out how much exactly is Russell Westbrook making right now, because that plays a very big factor into this deal. I'm going to have trade override on just because I know what I think a realistic trade is. And he's making $44 million. So hypothetically, let's see. How much money is Kuzma making? Like 13 mil? He's making 13. So if I give 14, that's 27. And then I have to give, what, Talen Horton-Tucker, like, I guess another something like that, like $12 to $13 million, and then that just hopefully will make it work. So I'm going to get all these contracts situated. I'm then going to go ahead and see you guys with the trade. So I've officially re-signed Dennis Schroeder to a $15 million a year contract. The contract is a bit backloaded. I have also, because this is 2K, brought back both Andre Drummond and Montrezl Harrell. As you can see, their numbers right here for them contracts. Of course, we are probably going to be trading both of them at some point in time. I might honestly have to trade them prior to the Russell Westbrook deal. The only reason I brought them back is because it would just be completely idiotic if I didn't. The fact the 2K actually considerably believes that Andre Drummond's going to get $25 million this offseason. I don't think his total contract, even if it was 4 years, would be for $25 million. I mean, I don't get it, man. I think, Montrezl Harrell's probably not 16 mil, but he'll probably be more than $9 million, which was his player option. So, that being said, I'm going to probably have to wait on Talen Horton-Tucker because I do not have bird rights on Talen Horton-Tucker. So he's obviously either going to accept an offer, which would be cool, which he unfortunately is probably not going to do, or I'm going to have to sign him to his qualifying offer. And then honestly, I'll edit his contract because I should have bird rights on him. Like, I just don't, though, and then I'll probably include that in the trade. No, it's not cheating. He's going to get a qualifying offer, or he has a qualifying offer. He's going to get a real contract this offseason. So we'll get to that in a second. At this point in time, I believe KCP probably will not be in the trade, but he probably will not also be on this team next year. So, yeah, I think I'm probably going to move on from one of these two right now. Really, whichever one of these guys, I guess, can get me more value, I'll probably do. And then I will hopefully see you guys with the trade. God bless 2K, man. You move Andre Drummond to the power forward spot. He jumps up to an 88 overall, and we get ourselves an all-star center in Nikola Vucevic. Absolutely beautiful. So, that being said, I do think we need to figure out a backup point guard. Obviously, Russ will be starting at point guard for us, so we do need a backup. I think the shooting guard spot still has a gaping hole, which I'm honestly probably starting to believe that Montrezl Harrell will be in some sort of trade for a shooting guard for me. So I am going to probably go ahead and do that after I figure out the Russell Westbrook trade. So that's probably after free agency because I'm assuming Talen Horton-Tucker is not going to accept a contract. So I'm going to have to go ahead and edit that, which is just honestly insane. But let's just see. Does he accept his qualifying offer? He does, of $1.9 million. I now have to go ahead and edit his contract, and I will be back with this trade. So here's basically what the trade is going to look like from everything I have found on the internet, on Twitter, the two most reliable sources on the planet, by the way. This is what the hypothetical trade is going to look like, which, by God almighty, I have no idea why the Wizards would take this. Look, don't get me wrong. I think Kyle Kuzma could definitely be a lot better in a different situation than LA. I'm not saying he's any sort of horrendous ass player. There are definitely worse players in this league than him. I just think when he makes absolutely asinine comments, like he just had right now, let me read this exact quote right here to you from Hoop Central via Eric Pinketis. I think that Kyle Kuzma perceives himself as someone like Jason Tatum. I think that's how he views himself, and that's great. You should view yourself as one of the best young players in the league.
What did he say?
I mean, seriously? Good Lord. That being said, I think on a team like the Wizards, he honestly could get close to 20 points a game. I'm not saying it's going to be an efficient 20 points a game, but it very well could happen. Talen Horton-Tucker could hopefully be a good two-way player, and then Dennis Schroeder's in here to fill salary and probably going to be on here for at least a year and then probably going to get bought out by the Wizards because that's just my gut feeling. So that's going to be the trade. They're going to decline it. Trade override's on because I don't have any other assets, so I will see you guys with whatever move is next. So I actually really do like this trade here from the Sacramento Kings. We're going to move Montrezl Harrell and Alfonso McKinney for Tyrese Halliburton and Buddy Hield. Halliburton will be in there starting, and then Buddy Hield's just going to come off the bench and be a pretty good scorer for us just because we are now going to be moving on from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, the man, the myth, legend himself. He is probably going to go ahead and get me some sort of either backup center or backup point guard. No, I am not dealing with a 30-whatever-year-old Marc Gasol. He is going to be gone very, very quickly. You got to love 2K's realism, man. They perceive themselves as the most realistic, simulated basketball game out there, and now I'm getting a trade offer for, it's Marc Gasol for Bruno Fernando, a 23-year-old pretty solid prospect in my opinion. And look, don't get me wrong, I know they have a Okongwu and Clint Capella, but if they were ever going to do a trade and get rid of Bruno Fernando, it would not be for a 36-year-old veteran center. So, along with that, we're getting a second-round pick as well. God bless 2K. He's going to be our backup center behind Vucevic. Our starting five is obviously all figured out. KCP is now going to go ahead and get me a backup point guard, and we are basically going to call us an offseason. Also, by any means, if this team is not at least in the Western Conference Finals, and oh my God, I love it. I'm a Pat Beverly fan, except when he shoves guys from behind, because that's scummy. But how do you think these two are going to coexist in a backcourt if this was ever real life, man? This is like the funniest thing I've ever done in my life. But God damn it, man. Let's just look at the makeup of this team that I have right now. I have two players here that absolutely hate each other, beef every single time they play next to each other. I have the starting shooting guard and the backup shooting guard for the Sacramento Kings. I have LeBron James. I have Anthony Davis, a 20-year-old prospect who I probably shouldn't have even been able to get. I have Nikola Vucevic, and I have a center that I just stole from the Atlanta Hawks, man. This is legitimately a meme team. Where the hell is J.R. Smith when I need him? That being said, this team's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I will see you guys at the start of year number 1. So let's go ahead and see what 2K thinks about this new and improved looking rotation. Yes, I would 100% take Russell Westbrook on the Los Angeles Lakers. No matter what, even if this is real life, obviously the team would look nothing like this. They're not getting an all-star center by any means. They're definitely not getting a nice young prospect like Tyrese Halliburton. I'm just saying, no matter what, if they get rid of Schroeder, they get rid of Kuzma, not so much Taylor Horton-Tucker, but if they get rid of those two and it turns into Russell Westbrook, no matter what, if you have to throw in THT, you're definitely going to be better than what you are right now. I'm sorry, that team right now, with the way the Western Conference is, it would not go back to the NBA Finals. There's just no way. Just my opinion, man. Obviously, LeBron was injured. Obviously, Anthony Davis was injured. It is what it is. Could they maybe have gone to the finals this year? It's possible, but there's a lot of teams up and coming in the Western Conference, and I don't think they were getting it done with this core they have right now. But that being said, with our new and improved rotation here, I think we can get it done. Russell Westbrook, Tyrese Halliburton, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Nikola Vucevic. Our spacing is going to be interesting. Bench unit, Buddy Hield, Patrick Beverly, Bruno Fernando, and Kai Jones. Man, this is just an absolutely hilarious meme team. I will see you guys at the end of year number 1. So James Harden wins his second career MVP award. You can take a look at his numbers right there, as we are a 1 seed here in the Western Conference. I will take it. Cade Cunningham, Rookie of the Year. It is the same thing every single time. There must be something in the script that just legitimately refuses to let the Pistons take the man number 1 overall. I don't get what it is. Tyrese Maxey, 6th Man of the Year, backing up Brick Simmons. Jonathan Isaac wins Player of the Year. Tyrese Maxey also wins Most Improved. And Frank Vogel, we go 59 and 23. I will take it. We're going to take a look at some numbers real quick. LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, all 20-plus points per game, followed by Vucevic, Buddy Hield, Halliburton. Also, I want to make it clear, yes, I was 100% with 100% certainty. I knew Buddy Hield was going to be putting up more points than Tyrese Halliburton. The last thing I needed in that lineup was more points per game. I needed some defense in there. Bruno Fernando, Kai Jones, Patrick Beverly, and then Darius Miller got a couple minutes as well. Rebounds was Vucevic, and assists was LeBron. So we got the Dallas Mavericks here. We got Luka Doncic, Evan Fournier, Josh Green, Miles Bridges they added to their squad. And Tingus Pingus, man. Let's go ahead and sim it round number 1. See what we got here. We sweep them, moving on to Denver, Murray, Barton, Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic. Pretty solid team, and we do win in 5, and oh boy, we got a rematch last year. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, and DeAndre Ayton. Let's see if we can kind of flip the script from what happened to last year, and nope, we do not. We do not win a championship. What the hell is the Knicks, man? Like, they signed Lowry. Look, don't get me wrong, like, it's better than the Knicks are in the finals, and like, I don't even know, like the Charlotte Hornets, who are somehow a 5 seed ahead of the Milwaukee Bucks, but you know what I'm saying, man? Like, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Look, the Knicks are no longer like one of the biggest meme teams in the NBA. I have nothing, I'm not shitting on the Knicks right now, but the fact that they're in the NBA Finals and they just beat the Suns it's criminal, honestly. Okay, back to what we can control here. We're going to turn off some league meetings. I think the starting 5 is honestly all set. I don't really see much reason to change this. Not that we really have any picks or any assets if we wanted to. Hawks, Cavs, Pacers is the top 3. I don't know why I said that like I was announcing something. So, yeah, head coach search. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'm bringing back Frank Vogel. We got some options here, man. I mean, he has good enough ratings. Steven Salas is here. Johnny Bryant. Honestly, he actually probably has the best rating. Besides maybe Mark. I call him Mark D's nuts. Sorry, I'm PG now. Okay, I'll bring back Frank Vogel just because he probably has... Is this Melo? Oh my God, yes. Are there any other former players here? This is a thing that used to be in older 2Ks that is now apparently a thing they brought back, which I just have never seen, some of these guys here as assistant coaches. So, why is that a thing? I have 2 assistant coaching spots and it only lets me sign one at a time. But, okay, Carmelo Anthony is officially assistant coach to this squad. So, we do not have a first-round pick. Surprise, surprise. Team player options right now, Russ, obvious. Oh, what? He declined it? What? Halliburton's coming back. So we need to bring back Russell Westbrook. If by some means we don't have the cap space to do it, I'm going to be pretty upset. I'm not going to lie to you. And is there a possibility we don't have the cap space? It's entirely possible. I'm not going to trade him throughout the video just because this is a Russell Westbrook rebuild, and we do have the cap space to bring him back, so that is cool. I'll wait on Beverly. I honestly wouldn't mind maybe getting a little bit of a younger backup guard. Not like Beverly put up tremendous stats anyways. So Russ is back. We're just going to let Pat Beverly go, for being honest. Danny Green was back on this team as well. We do have 2 smaller trade exceptions here as well, but most importantly, we get Russ back. I'd be pretty pissed if I didn't because this is kind of his rebuild. Fernando, honestly, I'll give him a contract. I know I said I might want the qualifying offer, but I can live with that. So Honestly, I might be bringing back Beverly as well, just because there's not really many younger guards here, and I definitely wouldn't mind having maybe a little bit of a solid defensive backup point guard. Not that Russ is bad at defense by any means. He's a very solid defensive point guard in my opinion, but yeah, the options aren't really getting much better. Okay, let's go ahead and bring back Patrick Beverly. Let's get it done. Welcome back to the squad. I believe this entire team is still here. Yes, it is. Honestly, I'm going to run it back, and if it doesn't work, I'll probably change something in the final season. So we're going to roll with it, man. I'll see you guys at the start of year number 2. So we made it to the West Finals last year. Unfortunately, we kind of repeated history and lost the Suns for the second straight year, but I do think that this squad is in a very good position. Hoping Halliburton kind of take that next step. Obviously, he's not taking any pressure off of Russ. That is not why he is here. Not what my expectations are, but regression is officially hitting for some of our players. Russ is down from an 87 to an 85. LeBron's down from a 96 to a 93. It is officially make or break time. LeBron is now 37 years old. So, year number 2, Russell Westbrook, Tyrese Halliburton, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Nikola Vucevic, our bench unit, Buddy Hield, Pat Beverly, Bruno Fernando, and Kai Jones. Here we go, man. I will see you guys at the end of year number 2. So Russell Westbrook wins his second career MVP award. I have no idea how the hell he got that done playing next to 2 of the best players in the world, but nonetheless, he did. Congratulations, Russell Westbrook. Victor Wembanyama, Rookie of the Year. Jalen Smith, 6-man, pretty solid stats. Jonathan Isaac, Kira Lewis Jr., and Frank Vogel. We win 2 more games than last year and do win 61, so I will take it. LeBron still in scoring. Scoring is definitely down a little bit, obviously, and these guys scored the exact same amount of points. Hield, Vucevic, Halliburton, Fernando. Actually, Halliburton's scoring went up as well. Rebounds went to Vucevic, and assists was Russell Westbrook. We got Russ's former team here in round number 1, SGA, Lou Dort, Mikal Bridges they added to their squad, Jaren Jackson Jr. they added to their squad, and Christian Wood. Wow. Hell of a job, Sam Presti over there in Oklahoma City. Actually take us to 6 games. Nonetheless, we do win. Oh boy, here it comes. Here come the hype beasts, man. Dude, I saw the report yesterday that Steven Adams is developing his 3-pointer so he can extend his career. I just don't see that happening, but we win in 7, and we're moving on to Denver, who we also beat last year. I've not really actually, I had made a couple changes. Burn Forbes, Mo Harkless in here as well. I did not believe either of them were in there last year. And we win that one, and oh boy, we got a rematch. Oh, wait, never mind. Wait. Yeah, no, this is a rematch of the finals. This was, what, the 2009 NBA Finals? Correct? Unless I'm just tripping balls, I believe this was the 2009 NBA Finals. Cole Anthony, Fultz, Kuminga, Jonathan Isaac, Mitchell Robinson, they added their team. Okay. We get it done. LeBron James wins another ring. Russ gets his first career ring. Anthony Davis gets his second career ring. Yada, yada, yada. We are in a good place. So, I can kind of live peacefully now. Let me just make sure LeBron didn't retire. That would have been overridden anyways because there's no chance that I'm doing this final season without LeBron. Tibbs' fat ass retires as well, and we are now moving on past league meetings. Draft lottery time. We definitely do not have anything here. No, we do not. Lottery top 3 is the Sacramento Kings, the Dallas Mavericks, and the Oklahoma City Thunder. So, staff signing, obviously not going to fire a head coach after just winning a championship. We'll bring Gregory Peterson back, and I'll sign a CFO because why the hell not? He doesn't even want to come here, so Logan Smith, fine by me. Okay, draft time. I don't think we had anything later outside the lottery. I believe I traded all of my picks. We actually have pick 30 in the second round, but let's see who they draft for me. If it's somebody with a cool name, I'll sign him. Bruce Soto, cool enough. It's 67 overall. Thanks for a roster spot. Halliburton, Kai Jones, both coming back. No. Qualifying, Garrison Matthews, no. Javonte Green, Celtics legend, no thank you. Okay, we have free agents here. Yeah, LeBron and Vucevic. Oh, boy. I do not know if we're going to have the cap space to bring both of these guys back, man. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know if it's going to let me, if I'm being honest. And it's definitely not going to let me choose. Is it going to let me? Wow. I did not think it would let me bring both those guys back. That being said, I kind of want to do something fun. I might just trade Vucevic. Like, I want to switch something up. I mean, I can definitely switch the bench up a little bit if I had to. Like, Beverly's definitely going to go. I do want to switch something in the starting lineup, so it's either Halliburton or Vucevic that's going to go. This is Russell's rebuild. He can't get traded. So, that being said, Patrick Beverly's now 35. I got him a ring. My job here with him is complete. Honestly, could maybe switch them out. PP, my boy, Peyton Pritchard. Honestly, Trey Jones. I don't mind getting younger. All right, let's go ahead and take Trey Jones here from, or not Trey Jones, Tyus Jones from the Utah Jazz. He's going to go ahead and be my backup point guard. And I'll see if I want to move Vucevic or if I want to move Tyrese Halliburton. I'm probably going to move one of them just because why the hell not? So I'll see you guys with a trade. So if you guys have been watching me for a while, you do know I love defensive-oriented centers. So we're going to go ahead and try to get Mitchell Robinson, Jesus, from the Orlando Magic. Is it smart trading Vucevic? I guess only time will tell. But, this is going to boost scoring for a lot of guys. Obviously, Mitchell Robinson does not score as much as Nikola Vucevic. I don't know if they're going to even take this trade. They don't want to do it. Unfortunately, I only have 2 first-round picks to give you. You can have them both, and they agreed to that. So, I like switching things up. Even if it's not the biggest move in the world. We didn't trade LeBron James. We didn't trade Anthony Davis. So, We ended up moving Nikola Vucevic. We got Mitchell Robinson, who is slightly younger and whose overall definitely will not go down. So we're rolling with it, man. LeBron James, 38 years old here, is in season number 20. Holy shit, man. This is absolutely crazy. That being said, man, we're looking to go back-to-back. I'll see you guys at the start of the third and final season. Final year here in LA for us, and we are fresh off a championship looking to repeat. Obviously, only one series change in our starting lineup, that being the addition, or I guess, replacement of Nikola Vucevic with Mitchell Robinson. So, Russ is down to an 84, Bron is down to a 91. It is weird, and it sucks to see, man, but these are the guys I grew up watching and idolizing. It's crazy to think. I mean, obviously they're not going to be bad in 2-3 years, but it's just crazy to think how much the league's going to change within the next 5 years, man. It just really is. I mean, I would say right now, if the crown hasn't already been passed from LeBron to maybe a Giannis or a Luka Doncic, it was going to happen very, very shortly. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. No, that's not me saying LeBron's best player on the planet. I would take Giannis or Kevin Durant ahead of him right now. Hate me. I don't care. That's my pick. So, Russell Westbrook, Tyrese Halliburton, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Mitchell Robinson, our bench unit, Buddy Hield, Bruno Fernando, Kai Jones, and Tyus Jones. So, let's see if we can get it done, man. We have made some interesting additions. We have made some interesting swaps. Let's see if we can go back-to-back. I didn't know if I saw it 100% correctly, but I believe this was our worst record season. That being said, we're still 1 seed, so I don't really care. Nikola Jokic, I don't know if it's, again, something in the script. I feel like he always ends up with the Houston Rockets. Now it's like Kawhi signing with the Pistons. It's like all these crazy-ass things that seem to happen in every single rebuild. But Isaac Lakikele, or however you pronounce it, Rookie of the Year in Miami. Alexei Poshevsky, I believe that's how you pronounce that, and I could be wrong on that. But your 6th man of the year, Jonathan Isaac, Jaden Hardy, and Coach of the Year, Nate McMillan. We go 54-28. That is good enough for a 1 seed here in the West, which is pretty interesting. So, LeBron's still our leading scorer, followed by Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, Buddy Hield. Halliburton's numbers just continue to go up. I mean, that was definitely going to happen with, the addition or the change at center with a guy who's definitely not scoring as much. So, not bad. I would definitely like to go back-to-back here in what very well could be LeBron's final season. So we got Minnesota here in the first round. D'Lo, Edwards, Cedi Osman, Jaden McDaniels, and Karl Anthony Towns. Nice young and up-and-coming team. Then again, they've been a young and up-and-coming team for a long time now. San Antonio has added Lonzo Ball, Adrian Griffin Jr., Devin Vassell, Aaron Markin, and Ivica Zubac as their starting 5. Pretty much a lot of things there have changed. And wow, they blew a 3-1 lead, and we won in 7. And we got Sacramento here, man. De'Aaron Fox, Max Christie, Jalen Johnson, our old friend Montrezl Harrell, and Yusuf Nurkic, man. I do not know how that team's in the West Finals, but we sweep them moving on to Atlanta here, who scares the hell out of me. Trae Young, Aminu Muhammad, Cameron Reddish, John Collins, and Onyeka Okongwu. God damn it, this team scares me, man. Can we get it done? And we do! We go back-to-back, and Russell Westbrook wins Finals MVP. You'll love to see it, man. He gets another ring before he does retire. I actually do want to see, did LeBron retire? Wow, LeBron still did not retire, man, but that is it, man. That is the rebuild. We officially get Russell Westbrook 2 rings. Is that what's going to happen if Russ ends up joining the Lakers? We do not know. Only time will tell. But yeah, feel free to let me know your thoughts on this trade down below in the comment section. I kind of gave you my thoughts at the beginning of this video. Again, I do not know why in hell, by God's green earth, I don't know what the hell I'm saying, but I don't know why in the world the Washington Wizards would accept that trade package. I have absolutely no idea why that would happen, but there are definitely better offers out there for Russell Westbrook, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. Maybe they value Kuzma high, maybe they value THT high. I don't know who the hell would have ever value Dennis Schroeder super high right now, but you never know, man. Some things have a way of working out. So, we'll see. I think Russ ultimately probably will get moved from the Washington Wizards. I don't think he was ever a long-term answer there at point guard. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that team. The Bradley Beal rumors are obviously out there as well. So, you never know, man. But if you guys enjoyed this one and want to leave a like down below, I would definitely appreciate it. As always, 39% of you guys that watch these videos are not subscribed, man. I'm really trying to get that number lower, which means more subs to the channel. Definitely help a guy out, join this community. So, if you guys do want to see the other side of this, feel free to let me know down below in the comment section as well. Other than that, man, that pretty much wraps this one up. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you guys all in the next one.